Senator Ateeq for his concluding remarks, and he is requesting Mr. Has to stay so that we can have an interactive discussion. Yes, Senator Ateeq, go ahead.
Wait.
You have to unmute your mic.
I will unmute. Yes. Now, Azim, please give me this speaker view. Okay. First of all, I'll congratulate the SDG Pakistan and especially World Climate School Norway, Brother Hans. It's an eye-opening for everybody who is going to listen this conversation which is going on here. And I'm thankful to Mr. Adil Rashid as well, the way he explained the things and all the working of these two youngsters. But very sorry to say, when I'm going to start with this thing that where we stand today, and I'll try to be within the lines of this climate change and coal king projects, only this. So while talking about this, I have made some points which today and before as well, that at time, our first energy policy was drafted in 1960. Here, Mr. Ali from Dubai said that the parliamentarians are not responsible and they don't have the responsibility. I personally feel, I being the sitting parliamentarian, and I have the relation at all the levels, and I am going on all the legislation and everything. With this remarks, and I told this thing everybody and many a times in the house, that we the parliamentarians of Pakistan are responsible for this. There where my nation stand today. I'm proud of my youth. I'm proud of my nation. I'm proud of all my ladies. But we the parliamentarians, when we make the policies, when we make the legislation, that is person specific or centric to any organization. That's what it is in reality. So let's talking about here, when the policy was made in 1960, I was going through it, and we were having hydro energy 70% at the initial era of 1960 to 70 or up to 80, that's it. No other dam was made. Even today, if I made, and we have run of the river, we can go for thousands generation project, as our next door India did it, but we didn't. Second thing is that while talking about nuclear power, we Pakistan is a nuclear country. What for we are using that? If we can't use our nuclear technology for our nation, so I don't need that nuclear technology to kill the people or for my enemies. Yes, I need that to defend my country. But first, I need to defend and protect my nation. Then in 1970, this was worked and stopped. The policy of nuclear energy was programmed and then go slow down after the 1980 and 90. And the worst regime came in this, when the policies were tempered, changed in different eras from 1990 to 2010. Every government came and they made this power policy or the power generation policy as whatever that suits them or their people. This is the basic reason. Then the second thing is, while talking about this independent power project, in 1990s, whosoever was ruling, I damn care. But the thing is this, what they have done for the nation, they are answerable at every step. What policy they make? They make the policy for, in 1990s, that policy was for independent power project based on fuel. Where does that gone? Run of the river. No policy, no program, no financing, no funding. Then all the generation goes, this power generation goes on the fuel based. Then another era came in 2010 after. Very sorry to say, that was the era of this coal power generation. Where does the other, this world is going on? The world has stopped such project which our people adopted. And then there was a lot of things in that. I'm proud of this girl who was here, Amira. She did a real working. This is not with this Qaid-e-Azam solar project. This is with every solar project, reason being that our solar project is 10 times more cost. When I was going through, and why I'm talking about it, because I have made all the working in the parliament. I was a member of that power committee. So this is where we are today. The reason, and when the more over and above then, that is wind power. One of my friends said, all these people who have gone for the wind power production, they have got the money back, which is over and above. They have invested less in the project and they got much more from abroad. So if we go there with this type of policy, what we can. And my brother said very rightly regarding this coal, and hats off for that gentleman. I don't want to name. He claimed that he's doctor. I don't know what type of scientist he is or what type of doctor he is. When he says we have the coal for 150 years, yes, it may be. Or 500 years or 1,000 years, yes, it may be. But what is the calorific value for that coal? That is the worst coal in the world, giving the calorific value. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but I can compare apple with apple and orange with oranges. So very sorry, all my sisters and brothers who are here, that we are in the hands of those people who are doing everything for themselves or for their people. This is the thing in which we are creating problems for our coming generation. But one good thing is, again, I'll say that from the last, I'm not appreciating this just because of I got the, we are in the government with them as allies, but the fact is this, that the policy which is made in 2019, in that they have tracked down everything. And especially for this type of project, that if they will go for this greenhouse gases or the carbon emission, minimizing the carbon emission, then they can run. Otherwise, they are going to be closed. So with the end of this, that again, I appreciate the time giving of all the people who are sitting here. Allah will give us the reward for this, and especially Ma'am Sadaf, all your team, and our brother Mr. Ali Jinnah, and all the Alis who are here. Thank you very much, sir. I'm proud of all the ladies and gentlemen who are sitting here.
I want to clarify some comments.
If we move on with this power, because I always say one person have the strength, but that is individual strength. When the like-minded people sit together, then it become a power, and power always speak, and power can stop everything. So as my one brother said, that it is a matter of realization and awareness. I must say awareness is coming on. Now, after the realization, now we all should plan the action, at least whatever we can do. Like I have already planned, I will make the report on it and I will put it in the next house session. That's what I do. It depends whether somebody talked on it or not, but at least this document will be the part of the activity of the parliament. Or maybe afterwards somebody comes. On the other hand, if we got some, again, I don't want to go against anybody, but the fact is this, someone from the ordinary people should come up with the these advocates and file this suit, this type of suit, And I personally feel your organization can reach the parliament as well as to the Supreme Court and High Court as well. That's what we should plan. So in the last, thank you very much, and sorry for being emotional. I can't live with these things while looking around and feeling that we, at least I am helpless. I feel, Sadaf, really, my sister, you are, and like all my other brothers, that trust me, I feel helpless that knowing fully this thing, that we are going to have a lot of problems in future if we don't stop this climate problems, because we are creating problems for the world. And when we are creating problem for the world, if the world is going to stand together, then they can stop us at all the places. Any type of stoppage, or what we say, restrictions, are going to be put on us. Thank you very much. In the last.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
For your, yes, I will, Mr. Ali Zaidi and Mr. Ali Junani would like to, but before I proceed further,